Welcoming back Eastern Kentucky coach A.W. Hamilton to OVC Media Days virtually live from Richmond, Kentucky. Hey, A.W., how are you?
Good, Bob. How you doing?
Doing great. Let's talk about you first. And I know you're not a you first guy. Give us an update on your health and how you are.
Bob, I'm doing great. Listen, God is, he had his hand on me. I got so lucky. My brother-in-law has a stroke when he had a stroke, I went and got a physical. And look, I hadn't had a physical since 2004. I had this little mole on the back of my ear, Bob, that was, out of sight, out of mind. I had no symptoms. I was feeling great, full of energy. I showed my doctor. He sends me to the dermatologist. Dermatologist cuts it off. He calls me a week later and was like, man, I'm shocked to tell you this, man. You got stage 2 melanoma. And look, I would have never caught it when I did if it wasn't for my brother-in-law having a stroke, who's doing great too. And he's 40 years old, and, he was the healthiest guy I know. So, God's great, Bob. And, I got very lucky and caught it, before it got really bad.
I want to encourage everyone, just Google it and see the video that was put out this summer relative to your illness. On progress now, you're ready for a basketball season and you're getting healthy, correct?
Yeah, we're excited about this season. It's been an unusual time, but I'm so excited that the kids get a chance to play. It's been really hard on them, going to virtual school, and then, it's been tough. So, being back in the gym, practicing, competing, and back in the weight room, it's been an exciting time for them. So, I'm look forward to getting them back on the court.
So you took this team to higher levels last season to the OVC tournament. What are your thoughts heading into 2020, 2021?
Well, we got to keep the program moving forward. That's the most important thing. I don't mean this in a bad way. We don't want to be the fourth best team in the OVC. We want to be a team that can compete for the championship every single year. So that's what we got to get the program to. And, we've got 4 starters back from last year. We go from being a really young team to now being a much more mature team. We signed a really good recruiting class and that we're really excited about. So we got to keep the program moving forward, and we want to be the team that year in, year out can compete for a championship in this league.
Say, because you've been around the block for a while, quote, in this league, this basketball is really good.
Not, I mean, the coaches are really good. There's great players in this league, but think about our coaches in this league. We got great coaches. I mean, you can look at Belmont and Casey and Matt, and then, Matt Figures, Ray Harper, Preston. I mean, I can talk about them all. I love all the guys. I mean, they all do a great job. So, it's a war every single night in this league.
Talk about your schedule. Are you going to be able to play some out of conference games, and kind of how you're playing toward the contingencies that may come into place once you get into the conference?
Yeah, so we've got a non-conference schedule. We hope to release it soon, but we're just doing like everybody, trying to keep the kids as safe as we can, so we can play a non-conference schedule. And then obviously the OVC is done a really good job of giving us a protocol to follow as we get into league play. So again, the thing I hope most is these kids get a chance to play, because, they are dying to play. They need to play. And you think about the mental health of the student athlete, they deserve to play. So we just got to find a way to make it safe and get those guys on the court.
Jamaro Brown is one of the most exciting players in the league. I know you mentioned the number of seniors coming back, but he kind of checks that box as some guy to watch.
No, he really does. Look, he was OVC Player of the Week 4 weeks last year, and he averaged 20 a game in the league and had a great conference run. Look, he scored as a 1,000th point as a sophomore last year. He's on pace to be the all-time leading scorer, all-time leader in steals at Eastern Kentucky. But not only is he a great player, Bob, he's an awesome kid. I mean, he smiles every day. He's happy. He represents our university unbelievably. He goes to every football game, soccer game, baseball game. He's a special guy that's really embraced this community and this university.
Do you think in the time you've been at Eastern, you've been able to put that quote, and this is what media guys love to talk about, that identity on that team. Have you put that stamp on your team? When I go see an A.W. Hamilton team play, what should I expect?
Well, you know, we're going to get after it, Bob. We're going to compete for 40 minutes. We're going to press for 40 minutes. We're going to play really fast. And I think any great team, any great program, you got to have an identity and you got to have a brand, you know, and that's one of the things we wanted to do when we got here. And, you know, I told everybody we're going to be the most exciting 40 minutes in sports. And everybody's like, man, what are you talking about? But we had to create an identity and how to create a brand. And we pressed for 40 minutes. You know, the first 2 years I've been here, we finished top 5 in the country in forced turnovers and steals. And, you know, we've been top 2 or 3 in the country in tempo, which, you know, we play really fast. So we're an exciting team to play. You know, so, you know, that's something that, you know, hopefully, Bob, you're excited when you come see us and we can entertain you and you can say nice things about me like you did in that intro before we started this.
They're going to edit that in later, just so you know, or maybe it's not in my contract, but I can't do that. You mentioned, I wanted to go back a little bit. You mentioned Preston, and I always love asking this question year over year. How special is it to coach college basketball in Kentucky and just your background and your roots not very far from the Eastern campus?
Listen, it's a dream come true. I mean, I'm from Georgetown, Kentucky. You know, getting this job at Eastern, it's still, you know, I still wake up some days and I can't believe it that I'm the head coach here. It's an honor. I love the state of Kentucky. I'm a Kentucky guy. And, you know, I drive into work every day and I come down over the hill, down the hill, and I see the big EKU sign. And it's, I still get chill bumps when I see it.
Now, you become somewhat of a Twitter sensation, and it may be due to your SID folks, but I've seen some really good post-game celebrations. So kind of capture that essence of a big conference win and the post-game celebration. I think I've even seen you crowd surfing in the locker room. Is that possible?
Now I'm saving that one, Bob.
Okay.
But listen, these kids, you know, I love my team. And we love each other and they love the university. And, you know, we want to celebrate any victory we can get. You know, like we talked about, it's hard to win in this league. It's hard to win in any league. And we won 12 OVC games. It's the second most in Eastern Kentucky history. These kids are excited about being here, excited about representing the university, and they want to keep moving the program, you know, forward. And listen, we got a great SID. I mean, he makes me look like I'm like a star sometimes. I mean, Steve Foe, I mean, he's a hero. Like I mean, he is an absolute hero.
Well, it's been very fun to watch that, and I always want to tune in or check in on a post-game celebration. AW, so glad you're doing better. So excited as you are for the start of basketball season, and we will see you along the way.
Yeah, great talking to you, Bob. See you soon, man.